You know what else defeats everything?
Fucking whatever the fuck's in this cave?
Cavemen.
Yeah!
Effect. I like that slappage. Some good slappage.
Alright.
SlapChop?
SlapChop. Yes.
Can we just come out the gate talking about slap chopping?
Let's do it. Slap chopping.
Alright.
My favorite way of painting.
Elaborate.
Minis.
Because I'm not familiar. I mean, I know we've talked about it, but.
So, I'm trying to get Bert, and I don't know if it's a bandwagon or whatever you want to call it, but when I started painting minis recently, I'm very new to it. I was doing research and like how to paint them, blah, 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 blah. And a lot of people were starting to get into, they call SlapChop, which apparently has been around for a while already, but it's making its way back. And it's really cool because it adds highlights to the mini to your miniature without really, a lot of effort. And so what you do is you prime it black, and then you will dry brush it a gray. And I usually do pretty heavy dry brush on the gray, and then you want to dry brush again with white and like a lighter layer or whatever of white. But the goal is you don't want to, when you're dry brushing the gray and white, you don't want to get all like the crevices inside, You want to kind of replicate where the light would be shining, or if it would be shining. And then, so you prime it gray, or you prime it black, dry brush gray, dry brush white, or really whatever color you'd want to do. But, and then you start painting your miniature. And I guess, you mostly use contrast paints on it. I don't know if any other paint would really work, unless it's thinned.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Got it.
But yeah, and then it'll add like little depth and highlights,
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance, if like a robe, so you have like a robe like doing waves or whatever you would say. So when you're highlighting, you're not like getting on the inside, you know what I mean? Like you would just kind of paint, and then there'd still be a little black. And so when you go over with the contrast, like you'll still hit it with the color, but the black is still going to pop out. So it looks like there's a shadow.
That's kind of cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It's so interesting. I'm going to segue this into working out, but give me a second. I'm going to go with me on this journey. I hear you say that, and I go, man, that's really interesting. But it's just like so fundamentally different from how I do it that it's like breaking my brain when I hear that, because I'm like, well, that's cool. I'm glad that works for you, but like for me, here's my system, and it's very
100%.
So it's cool hearing that and being like, huh, okay. Is there, what do I want to experiment on this? Do I need to push myself outside of what I'm used to?
Yes, because I am doing it on the Space Marines. Well, I did one, so I'm saying you should do at least one.
Mm-hmm. So I'm curious with like, so then I'm going to segue it to Randy then, which is like with working out, right? I know there's probably some level of standardization when it comes to like certain things that you do. But at the same point, like everybody's got their own routines, right? So like, is this an accurate comp? Have you ever had somebody explain to you like, this is how I do it, and you're like, all right, well, I'm glad that works for you, but I'm not going to change the shit that I'm doing because it works for me. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. So let me explain. Sorry, I keep messing with the recording. Anybody, the 3 people that watch this podcast on my channel, I'm messing with it. Sorry, you see me keep bouncing back and forth.
Hi, Jay.
Hey, Jay.
Jay ain't got time to watch.
Jay watches it twice. He's a double dipper, and
if he'd stop having kids,
those kids, So I would say in the beginning, when I first started working out, I would just kind of creep out on people and watch how they do things and everything. And that was when I was actually paying attention to the people's like Instagram pages and everything like that.
Sure.
Then when I hit like that transition, can you guys hear me better? Meow. You hear me better now?
Way better.
Okay, cool.
Way better.
Yeah. Sorry, audience listeners. Then when I hit that transition of, oh shit, I'm showing like a lot of results. Like, it's like, oh, he's doing what I didn't think was only possible. I only saw it on fucking Instagram, or I only saw it on YouTube. Yeah. There's the guy who's living. That was when, so there was like probably like a year, maybe even 2 years. I was going to my old gym that people would just like try to solicit advice. Like, hey, this is what we're like, yeah, but I look 10 times better than you. Like,
yeah.
I know what I'm doing, so
yeah.
But I would never tell people like to piss off. Kinda. But it did hit a point where I'm like, dude, just no, it's enough's enough. Like, just leave me alone. Like, I just kind of want to do my thing. But yeah, I can see that. Like, you're going this way. Someone says you this way. You hear it, but I'm never gonna implement it ever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just never gonna do it. Like, and I think that's like with a lot of people, because if it's working, why fix it? Yeah. If you're seeing something, why fix it? But I have taken, like, in other aspects of life, you know, like there's a life hack, there's this. Like, yeah, okay, maybe I'll do a little bit differently. But something that I do religiously, that it's like, I'm never gonna, hey, Bert, I think you need to play GM this way.
Yeah.
Even though you've done GM like a billion times to my 0, all of a sudden I've got advice for you.
Yeah. But it's interesting when you say that, because I was talking to, so I did a one shot with a buddy of mine, and it was just interesting to see how other people play, right? And it was really helpful for me as a GM, right? 1, to see how another GM works, and then 2, I think it is important to not, if you frame something in the way of, hey, I think you should be doing this differently, I'm immediately kind of like tuning you out, because I'm like, well, fuck off though, because what do you mean?
Yeah.
But if you come to somebody and you go, hey, it really resonates with me when X, right? X, Y, Z, right? Like, I'm not really a rules heavy kind of GM. I'm like, let's just like roll with it and do it. Especially on JARdon the Mess, it's always like, we're playing for the sake of JARdon the Mess. So it's like, yeah, whatever, right? But there are some people who are super much like, how many feet away am I from them? Because then, and it turns into a very math heavy, crunchy is what we call it. It's a crunchy system, and I fucking hate that shit, because I'm like, all right, dude, like whatever. Like, it needs to be fun, it needs to be rewarding, but also, dude, if you're getting too far into this, you know, if we're not physically in person, it's really hard to be like, you're 10 feet away. I don't know how many feet away, you know. So I say that because I had somebody come to me and explain to me, like, hey, this is actually like where I get my enjoyment. I get a lot of enjoyment from this element of it, because it's a game, and then now I can start to play within the rules of the game. So like, them telling me this was not telling me, hey, I need you to do things differently. It was telling me, hey, I really enjoyed this.
They're giving you a feature benefit.
Yeah, and it allowed me to like be like, okay, cool, there's a need here that's not being met. I need to make sure that I'm satisfying this, because a good GM actually is making sure that everyone's everyone's having fun, right?
Absolutely.
So it's interesting, because it's like this is parallels things when it comes to like the workplace too, right? Especially when you have like a boss, or you have coworkers who you're doing something and it might be productive, but it's not like the best product. Let me back it up. Somebody gives you feedback, right? And it's always, there was a point in my life where somebody tells me to do something, I'm like, all right, yeah, let's do it. Great, okay, cool. Because I just assume that the person who's above me knows what they're doing. And I've slowly gotten to the point in my life where I realized that nobody knows shit. So when somebody tells me something, it's not that I reject it right off the bat, but I have to be like, okay, I need you to walk me through. We have this phrase in our office, which is, let me walk you through my mind palace, right? And it's basically, let me tell you what's going on in my head. And so it's really fascinating when someone tells me something, I go, oh, yeah. And like, I walk them through and I go, you know what? I don't disagree with you. And that's like my thing, is like, I get what you're saying. I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
And then I go, but I'm not going to do that.
I'm not gonna.
And it's just like, for reasons X, Y, Z. It was like, hey, I get the problem that you're trying. So that's the other thing that we talk about in work all the time, which is really helpful in work, but I feel like it's really helpful in relationships, in anything like dealing with any level of authority, dealing with people like on a day-to-day basis, like any sort of thing. If you start to see a conversation getting conflict, if conflict starts forming, and I don't say conflict is a bad thing, because conflict actually is a good thing. There's bad conflict and there's good conflict, but conflict actually in itself means it's like, okay, cool, like there's two ideas here and we need to find some sort of resolution. So, sorry, I digress. The thing that I find that is extremely helpful for almost any encounter is if you're talking to somebody else, is you take a moment and you go, what is the problem that we're trying to solve here? Because somebody immediately is going to go into, hey, I see this problem, I'm trying to solve it this way. And they'll start just telling you what they want to do, what their plan is, what they're going to try and do to fix this thing. But if they don't communicate what it is that they're trying to fix right off the bat, you're now following them on this path of like, what the fuck are we talking about? And like, what's going on here? But if you can align with somebody at the very beginning of, hey, this is the problem that I'm trying to solve. If you can get alignment at the very beginning of like, oh, I agree with you. That is a problem. And I think it should be solved. Yeah. Great. Now you've started the conversation with, we're on the same page. And we have the same goal, which is we see a problem, we agree it's a problem, and we want to solve it. Now I'm going to present a solution to try and solve that. It might not be the best solution, but if now we're on the same page, we're talking about this now conversation is now framed for where we're in alignment on, which is there's a problem, we need to solve it, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So it's interesting because then when you deal with this like with other people, right? It doesn't have to be like a work thing. It could be you could go to, I'm going to pick an extreme example, and that is disturbing. That's disturbing with the headset.
I'm trying to be safe.
Let's go with an extreme example. Somebody comes to you, and they pull out a gun, and they say, give me all your money.
I ain't got no money.
Right? I have no money, right? But you can agree with oh, hey, man, you have no money, and it seems like you're really hard out. That sucks, right? Like, you can agree on the problem, which this person has, which is, you're so desperate you're willing to rob me, right? But I can't solve that for you, right? But, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, that's a bad example. Yeah. It's like like, hey, can we, this isn't going to solve your problem long term.
No.
Your problem long term is you need to find some way to make stable money.
Yes.
Robbing you right now is going to solve your immediate problem, but it's not going to solve your long term problem. No. Please don't rob me, kind of thing, right?
It'll be a very short problem.
Yeah, I've already been shot. My wallet's been taken at this point, but I'm still trying to talk through it. But anyways, that's that. That's all because we talked about slap chopping.
So
slap chopping.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you ever play, Bert? I think I asked you last week.
Oh yeah.
I have. I've played it. I haven't. I would say that I played a very small level.
That's right.
4 hours probably. I got through the snow level. I got through all that snow shit. We set up camp. We were doing our thing. So I know the characters, or I think I know the characters in play. I know the theme or the vibe, but I never actually played all the way through just because I got so busy. But it's actually, I was talking to Dalton earlier. It's like I have a goal for 2024, which is if I can, I'm going to try and not buy any new models because I need to paint and build the ones I have. I'm also going to try and not buy any new games. I want to play the games that I own and play everything. Now, that doesn't count for Game Pass. If something new comes out in Game Pass, I'm already paying for that shit. So
dude, I saw you playing Watch Dogs last night.
Yeah, it's so much. God, it's one of my favorite games.
I was about to, but I was like, join Ubisoft. I don't got time for this.
It is. Actually, I think there is a multiplayer. Well, sorry, I digress. So I say this because I really want to actually now get to Red Dead 2 because I hear you guys talking about it. get
Dude,
you
there's so
inside.
much shit.
There's so much to do.
Oh
For example,
my God.
there's so much like little stuff, and there's parts of it that will disappear like the more you progress in the game.
Yeah.
So if you miss like a side thing, then it'll eventually be go away.
Yeah, like
Oh wow.
yeah.
So there's
it's kinda
one-
dumb.
There's one particular that's fun that I've never finished, and I want to finish now that I'm replaying it. You meet a lady who is digging for dinosaur bones.
See,
Huh.
yeah,
And so you meet her, and she's like, if you find dinosaur bones, send me a picture or whatever it is, mail me a picture, and then I'll mail. I think she sends you money or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure. Because I remember I ran into a guy who did the same thing, but like cartons of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so now you go around, this entire giant map, and you can look for dinosaur bones.
That's
and
sick.
Yeah, dude. Like,
But what happens? What happens from it?
I never finished it.
Oh.
I
So-
was watching this one just thing. There's like things that you can try to figure out about Red Dead. And the opening thing was like, I played 750 hours of Red Dead Redemption. And I'm still finding new shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn! Like, just
There's a bunch of like treasure maps you can get from people.
yeah.
So if like you help people in some
There's just so
particular
much
spot,
stuff,
they'll be like,
it's so immersive. Like, I had no
Yeah.
idea, and yeah, I really think I'm gonna start a new campaign and just kind of, because when I get into a good story and I keep playing, like, I just want to kind of finish the story and see where this takes me.
Yeah.
But there was three endings to the game, like the 2 and then the 1, and then you have to go the one that leads into John's story, I guess. Cause
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
you could stop playing, I guess, but then there's that secret ending, which I don't know.
That's
You
cool.
just keep
Yeah.
playing
Well,
as
because
John.
in Red Dead Redemption, there's like the ending, and then there's like the extra ending too. So
Yeah.
that's funny.
It's good though. It's super good. Super good.
Yeah.
Super good.
I was
It's a
playing
lot of
Red Dead
fun.
on my Switch, and I love it, but I hate that it's.
Dalton, are you
this
playing on
instead of a
PC?
controller.
I've actually been playing on my Steam Deck.
No way.
So I mean, technically, I can't play on the.
Alright, because I
Dude,
think I'm
yeah.
going to play on the PC and just stream it or just record videos. Like, alright,
You should do
that's
it.
what I'm doing.
Whatever you do, just don't go down the rabbit hole of installing mods,
No, I don't.
because you can. There's so much cool shit you can do with the mods.
With
So you're
mods,
saying I
yeah.
should do
You can
mods.
also break your game.
You should. You just back it up and you.
There's was it you who told me about the Lord of the Rings mod that you did for Skyrim?
Yeah, I had Frodo following me around
I should do a
as a
mod.
companion.
Just have Arthur look like somebody completely different.
Dude, you can change his hair. Like you get all these clothes. You can give him like full body tattoos.
I should just make him.
There's a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I should just make him be
Um,
like Aragorn or something. That'd be
Probably
cool.
good.
Or Darth Vader.
Yeah.
No, in Skyrim they had a Nazgul mod, and they were super overpowered, and they would just kill you. And I'm like, I gotta delete this because
Mm.
they'll
There's
just show
no-
up randomly. And,
There's no new game plus for Red Dead, right?
no.
But it's super fun.
Did you? Well, sorry. Keep talking about Red Dead.
Yeah.
Red Dead.
What topic do you have?
All right, let's talk about. Can I hit you with laundry?
Laundry.
Sure.
If somebody says they're going to do the laundry, in your mind, does doing the laundry mean cleaning the clothes, then putting the clothes away? Or is doing your laundry cleaning the clothes, and now there's a separate task of folding the clothes and putting them away?
The second one.
So if somebody says to you, hey, I did the laundry, what does that mean to you?
it means
To me, it means the
nothing.
whole kit and caboodle.
Doing the laundry means nothing to me. Like, it just means that now, instead of me having a dirty pile of clothes in a hamper or basket, I've got to clean clothes in a basket.
So I hate that so much.
Like, and there was a time where I was just like, all right, let's just pick through. I know there's matching socks in here. You know, like, there's been times.
I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, keep going.
There's
I
been
don't
times
interrupt.
I've literally gone to grab like a pair of socks out of the dryer, and then I'm like, man, I literally pulled out 4 separate kinds of socks. I'm not a savage. I'm gonna wear the same exact ones. Like, pair.
No, I'm a
I
sap.
can't wear mixed match socks.
I'll do it. And my Crocs.
Oh god.
I want to talk about Crocs later, but
but I realized that, man, the just putting the clothes away isn't as bad. But I'll tell you right now, I've got more clothes than I do space for them.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I finally threw away a bunch of old shit out of my sock and drawers drawer.
Clothes.
And it was crazy. I had all this extra space for all my boxers and my socks now. It was insane. All the stuff I've never worn for years. Threw it in the trash.
Yeah, I'm kind of at that point too.
Just got to Marie Kondo it and get rid of stuff that doesn't have sentimental value, even though it has sentimental value.
Yeah, I wear the same shit all the time. Like, I love my tank tops, and I have like those open shirt things or whatever. Mm-hmm. They're just so comfortable. And I wear those a lot and a couple other shirts. I'm like, I can literally get rid of everything else and I wouldn't miss it.
You know, I will be expanding the wardrobe here. Probably I'll go tomorrow or some point this week to go buy like more work pants. Because I'm like, I don't want to wear the same jeans all the time. Maybe I should look a little more profesh for the role.
It's overrated.
I start on the 5th.
What are you doing?
I'm assistant manager for Bevmo now.
Oh, that's
hell
dope.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Dude, my buddy worked at Bevmo when we first moved down here, and it actually seems like a really chill place.
On the Ave?
Yeah, I think that's the only one. Yeah. I think it'll be like I didn't pass the assessment test for CBS, and I thought that was
interesting.
I thought it was, and I didn't feel confident about it because there were these not having like read these type of reports like a lot at Walgreens, you know. I'm like, dude, probably out of the 6 I got 2 right.
Wow.
Like, what's this? How's your shrink? And you're just comparing like year-to-date numbers, last year's numbers, current month numbers, all these things. I'm like, man, I'm not feeling confident about this at all. But then I also thought it was funny. I'm like, well, this is a training position. The assessment is just an assessment, right, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, but that was also for a 24 fucking hour store.
Ugh.
I was thinking about it, like, the latest I would get off at Bevmo would be like midnight. Whereas, what if I had to start at like 8 o'clock in the evening and I'm off at 6? You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Just
Bevmo is sick. Again, my buddy worked there. My roommate worked there, and they would just be like on Saturdays. They'd be like, "Yeah, we're gonna do wine tasting and like cheese stuff, spreads, just like whatever." And so like I just like walked over there while they were like they had this one guy who would come. He'd be like, "All right, we're gonna sample these wines," and I would just like eat their food and get drunk, and then I'd leave, and it was the best. So I love Bevmo. Bevmo is great.
I just made a disgusting noise when you said about working the CVS being 24 hours, and then I remembered that I work nights. I'm like, wait a minute. That's me.
It's yeah, I think it was just the getting used to it part. But I will say, with a different source of income now, I'm just fucking like already like I'm joining another gym.
Oh, okay.
It's just like, all right, done. I'm already like I'm gonna be in Santa Rosa more now, so I might as well join another gym in Santa Rosa.
I see what you're saying.
But also, how about just you outgrow things and you need to move on?
Yep.
So I've outgrown my current gym. It's not as challenging anymore. Not that you can be challenged like that, but it doesn't have things I need. What's something like that in your guys' life that you've outgrown that you moved on to, and then you look back and like, oh, it's still there, and I can always go back as a crutch. Because I paid for the year membership to save a little bit of money just to realize this.
Oh. Yeah, that's more. You already paid for a full year?
Yeah, it was only like $260. So,
yeah,
and I saved like it gave me like 3 months for free. So I'm like, all right, like so when I break it down, it's like $21 a year or something like that, or $21 a month.
Yeah.
But what's something that you went to for a while, and then you're like, I'm moving on to this place. Like I gave like here's another example. I gave Burger King so many chances just for me to just. I eventually just. I'm sorry, but Carl's Jr. is the spot.
Yeah.
And then now that
that's an interesting one.
I'm even further.
It's
I'm
so
In-N-Out
is so,
the spot. It's
I know
it's
In-N-Out's the spot. I know we keep going
to
to this, but it's so crazy to me that it's based off location. Like, because the Burger King next to the place that I lived in Van Nuys was actually fucking awesome. God, and that's why we kept talking. You go back to those previous episodes, we just talk about BK all the time because I had like this source of like
BK
solid BK, and then like it's so crazy that you can move and it's just a completely different experience. But that's why In-N-Out is so fundamentally fucking awesome. Yeah. It doesn't matter where you're at. It's always like this uniform experience.
Can I say something disappointing to you guys?
Oh no.
I had In-N-Out last night and I was craving it for a few days. And I had it and
Dalton.
I was just nah.
No,
it just didn't satisfy me.
Elaborate. What did you get?
Double animal style, add whole grilled onions and animal fries. You know, the animal fries were actually pretty good, but the burger just.
Where'd you get it from?
Roanoke Park.
113 City.
What time?
Like 9:30 ish, maybe 9 o'clock. Yeah. I don't know. Like it was good. It just I got done and I'm like,
I feel you on this. I'll feel you on this. Can I actually? Sorry, I'm gonna yes hand this, which is when I went up north for that wedding that I was in, right? When I was in Sacramento, and I was driving back, and I went to an In-N-Out, and I was like double single whole grilled onions, mustard fried. The guy's like, okay. No, sorry, I back it up. I was like, can I get a 2x1? And the guy was just like, I could tell he was like brand new. He just kind of like stared at me. He was like, double single, whole grilled onions, or double meat, add a slice of cheese, whole grilled onions, mustard fry. Like I was like walking him through it. He's like, oh, okay. And I was like, you want to call that down? And he was just like, what? I was like, call down the whole grilled onions. He's like, whole grilled onions. It's like, all right. And I felt it was weird how all this shit like came back. Right? And the fucking dude, when I get my food, it's a double meat. And I should have just immediately looked at my receipt to be like, did this guy do it correctly, right? But he didn't. He just did double meat, right? He did not add a slice of cheese. So I sat there and I looked at it and I was like, wow, this is like the first time in probably like half a decade that somebody fucked up my order at In-N-Out. And I'm like, whatever, what am I going to do? He didn't charge me. If he had charged me for it, I would have gotten for the cheese, but he didn't. I was in a hurry. I was like, whatever, I ate it. And just eating a double meat was just
blah.
So yeah, dude, it's so blah. You
gotta be in the mood for it.
You gotta have the
so
cheese.
Blah. And I literally left In-N-Out being like, I'm disappointed. Like I left. Sorry. I'll just go back to you, Dalton. I'll throw.
You're fine. I'm done.
It's not unheard of. It's It's sad when it happens.
Like it was good. It didn't hit that that feeling that I wanted it to hit.
The times that In-N-Out has let me down, it's more so when the bun is too toasted or the bun like falls apart like on the bottom. But also I think we're talking like probably years ago when maybe I was a little too weird with my orders.
Sure.
Because I worked there. But now I just keep a little bit more simple.
Yeah.
Simple.
You guys,
simple.
After I quit and I still went there, I would like lean over and look at the screen and be like, I'll do it. And then I'd put it in myself.
Yeah.
Because most of the time I knew like everybody there. And then they had
Yeah.
like new people trickling in and they'd be like, who's this guy? And
I went back because I left In-N-Out and I went to Best Buy for just like a season, just this, like holiday pay. Then I went to college in San Francisco. So I came back and it was weird going through the drive-thru and being like, oh wow, everyone's like, oh, it's whatever. And then like doing that a year later and just like you're just seeing this attrition of people.
You're like nobody now.
Nobody. I was like, I don't fucking know anyone here. This is crazy to me.
It
is. Used to go through the drive-thru or wherever, you'd be like royalty. They'd be like, it's Bert, hey Bert.
Hey.
And then now you go through and they're just like, hi.
Would you like a lap mat?
You have no idea who I used to be.
I was somebody
right here. Our shift
Somebody.
was so cool that they sent me to the fucking north of the wall over a pay window because we were having too much fun at work.
Oh, In and Out.
Oh, I love it. It's great.
Now
It's
such a
fun.
staple in our lives.
Yeah, it really was.
Builds character.
Yeah.
Builds
I forget Nick
character.
used to work there too.
Nick went the
I
distance,
think
too.
everybody
Nick
worked there
asked.
but Tito.
Everybody worked there but Tito.
Well, because
yep.
Tito got the job that I really wanted, was just working at the fucking movie theater.
Yeah.
I applied to that bitch 6 times, never got a call.
Yeah, but his
once.
uncle worked there.
Yeah, I know, that was his fucking nepotism to get in.
Yeah, but like I look back at it, I also applied for the movie theater, and I shot myself in the foot because they're like, "Well, you're gonna work holidays," and I was like, "Yeah, no, but like I wouldn't really work a holiday." And they're like,
Yeah, no.
What do you mean? It's like, well, like what do you mean? And like they're like,
What do
you know,
you
like
mean?
Thanksgiving and Christmas. I was like, nobody works those. Get
I'm
the
not
fuck
gonna
out
do
of here. But in hindsight, so I hear you, Randy, because in the moment or at the time, I agree with you. The pinnacle of, hey, I work somewhere was the movie theater, right? There'd be those handful of people who worked, I don't know, maybe if and when maybe somebody worked at a comic book store, but none of us did. And so, yeah, the movie theater was the pinnacle. But then I look at, like, now in hindsight, movie theater versus In-N-Out, and I go, dude, it's a no-brainer. I'm so glad I worked at In-N-Out over the movie theater.
It's so different.
Yeah.
It's so different. I would say it was like, I mean, obviously working at In-N-Out, and then I worked at Scandia. Scandia would have been cooler when I was like,
Scandia would have been the good one, yeah.
like when I was 16 or something, but I didn't work at Scandia until 18. We all know how that ended. But it's like, oh man, what was that cool high school job? Yeah, but In-N-Out was just like, man, it was like the spot, and it was right next to fucking Scandia.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, all right, what are we doing? We're gonna go to In-N-Out and Scandia on Friday and Saturday night. Why? Because that's what we do, guys.
Yeah.
That's our life.
Like, yeah.
I'm
all
just
right,
being-
let's just walk over there. Okay, how do we get there? We walk where Sportsman's Warehouse is, and we just walk through.
Yep.
There's nothing there, or
'Cause
whatever
there's
that
nothing there.
building
Yeah.
was. It was just always something. Let's just walk across the way, man.
There was some furniture place.
It was a furniture place. It was a field for the
It
longest
used to be a
fucking time.
bunch of shit.
Was it?
Yeah.
It used to be a bunch of shit. It used to be a paintball arena.
I got
yeah.
kicked. I got kicked out of parking in there once.
That's funny.
You got kicked out of the In-N-Out parking lot or the
back
lot?
parking lot where all the employees parked.
Yeah.
I got kicked out of parking in there.
What?
So when it was
I think
like
you told me this story, but keep saying it
when
again.
it was like a furniture place, and I had my little Focus, the exhaust and everything. I thought it was super cool, but it was really gay. It was the super loud exhaust. I like took off I got off work and I just accelerated super fast or whatever, and it was really loud. And the owner, complained to, I think it was Denny at the time, who was the manager, or Danny or Denny. No, Denny.
Dude.
Anyways, he complained and he said he didn't want me to park there anymore, and so I got
Wow.
Parked
Good
on the
hand.
street.
I had to park where the Chick-fil-A parking lot was.
Oh damn, we gotta
Wow.
weather
Yeah.
the storm across the
I literally had to cross the street. I was
That's
getting
crazy.
killed. I'm like, I hope I get hit.
street.
I'm gonna sue In-N-Out for.
Forcing me to park somewhere else when I didn't have
Right.
to, you bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't had it now for like a month and a half, maybe 2 months now. I always think, I'm like, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna get it Sunday, and then I just don't.
Yeah.
Sarah got Taco Bell, and I'm not gonna lie, I was eating my burger, and she got a Mexican pizza, and I looked over, and I'm like, God, that looks good.
No, I don't know. What topic? What's another topic you have?
Okay. Let's talk about. This is one from Randy.
Randy?
I don't think we talked about this last time. I had it written down, but I wrote it down again. Perceived healthy foods that are not actually healthy foods.
Yeah. Wrong.
Hamburger helper.
So
I
basically,
don't think anyone perceives Hamburger Helper as healthy.
like, think about like anything that
I know what my go-to for this is.
Like Beyond Meat stuff. Anything anything that's labeled alternative.
It's all it's all
alternative to whatever the main thing is. Then you just look at the back of it, you're like, Jesus!
Yeah.
How much cholesterol, how much more sodium is in here? How much more sodium is really we got?
That's like the terrifying thing. Yeah.
I mean, how much more
salt
fat
makes anything good.
It's
and
insane.
So they literally just shove salt into meat like substance.
We'll get that flavor somehow. Like, let me get that vegan cheese that doesn't melt. What
I know exactly what you're talking about.
What am I eating? Is this like tofu? Like killer tofu? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just all these perceived healthier options that just aren't healthier. Like, I see
what you're saying. I was gonna go with peanut butter.
Peanut butter is not healthy at all.
Everyone's like, "Oh man, I'm just eating like peanut butter. It's protein. It's great. It's cheap.
Dude.
I'm gonna make a peanut butter sandwich," and it's not.
1 tablespoon of peanut butter is 200 calories. 1 tablespoon, and you're probably putting 3 or 4 tablespoons of that on a sando. Like
at least.
And you think that you're eating like. Then you're still hungry, or you're going to eat more afterwards.
Yeah, because there's a lot of fat content in it too. Like, I realized I was eating rice cakes, peanut butter, and honey. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing a good thing. And throwing some banana on there. Like, this is amazing. I'm being super healthy. And then for whatever reason, or not for whatever reason, it's just one day I just looked at the back of the label. I was like, huh. Like, you just look at the serving board. Why do you think peanut butter cookies or protein bars are so good? Like, but I'm not losing any weight. I'm actually gaining like 10 pounds. I'm like, dude, yeah, because all that peanut butter is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, dude, oh.
Yeah. At the same point, there is something to be said about a really, really good peanut butter sandwich where you get like that perfectly toasted bread and you get like that really warm peanut butter in there, or it's just like goop.
Yeah.
And I really like chunky peanut butter, so it's just you get that crunch. Oh, God damn, there's something about it, like a really good peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Have some salmon tonight.
Nice.
Dude, when I go to grocery outlet, I buy like fuck tons of like frozen fish. Just fuck tons of it. Like, so I look at the back, I'm like, whatever. I'll make sure it's.
How do you prepare? I know I asked this last week too, but like,
I'm
all
all for baking it.
Sell me on a. Okay, walk me through. You've assembled. What ingredients have you assembled? What are you doing? How are you eating it?
So first, salmon has a little bit more fat content in it. Okay, that helps. But also, I leave the skin on. This is Soho salmon, by the way. It's not like king salmon. But I have a little metal grape that I can just set on top of the tray of the pan, and then so the fat can drip down. And I just use Kinder's seasoning, dry rub. That's it. Just bake the fuck out of it, and it turns out really fucking good. Actually, it's pretty goddamn good.
You turn on the oven. You put the fish on this rack. Put the rack on probably some sort of like
just a metal pan.
Metal tray, right?
Yeah.
Right. And then bake it.
Right.
That's simple enough.
Because
yum.
Pan frying it or just putting it in a pan to cook it. I'm not using oil. I'm not using butter. So I was using a little bit of avocado oil. But there's so much sodium that's injected into it. All this moisture is coming out. So it's like, fuck, dude, might as well put it on the little grate, bake it, so that can all drip out, because it gets overwhelming, and it's like, man.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well,
I've been doing this thing where it's just like turkey meat, so like lean turkey meat. These are my lunches. I'll cook like a pound of lean turkey meat in the oven for whatever. But I have this like Japanese barbecue sauce. So it's not this big, thick, goopy, sugary American barbecue sauce. It's more of like a soy So there's still salt, but it's like a more liquidy, barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just like let that soak into the meat, bake in the oven, pull it out, eat that with like a bowl of like, I know this is also bad. Let's talk about it. But like a bowl of rice, right? So then at that point it's like,
it just has to be moderated. That's all.
yeah, half a pound of meat, thing of rice, eat that for lunch, and then I come home and I make my fucking ciabatta pizzas, and that's where I like,
So what I would recommend, because I only make pizzas on Fridays, and
That's
if
smart.
I'm feeling it, Sunday. Just because. But what I would highly try to recommend doing is just not eating carbs at dinner.
Yeah.
Because then you're giving your body this time frame of dinner to breakfast to like kind of like work off,
Really
like,
break down
excess fats or whatever, and then obviously
Yeah.
you're not eating a bunch of processed food. But it's like I've noticed a difference for sure, and because carbs are more energy, like carbs aren't bad. I eat like a cup of rice every day, some sweet potato, but my carbs slowly like wean out throughout the day.
Yeah.
I need carbs in the morning to survive, and then
Yeah.
But it just takes time.
Yeah.
Carbs. I love carbs.
Oh, I love carbs too. Trust me, rice is like the easiest thing that makes everything that much better.
Oh my god, I love rice.
Yeah,
Yep.
but I've been God, like today when I was eating my sweet potatoes and chicken, it was like so miserable. Like it was fucking miserable. Chicken breast is so much better when it's right out of the oven, or with rice.
Yeah.
But I was eating it with sweet potatoes, and I was like, oh fuck, man. I use sriracha to help
Sure.
because there's no like calories in that. And then also, and there's not. Then here's the thing, I look at the sugar content with the sauces. You gotta look at the sugar content. But I have this, and it's not even that good. I just saw it at grocery. I'm like, oh, there's only one left. It must be good. Like this honey chili. It's like this Kraft or whatever mayo brand, but it was like this honey chili sauce. I was like, cool, yeah, it looks good. Cool, maybe, yeah, it sucks.
Mm.
I'm like, yeah, oh, there's no fat, there's no sugar in here, because a little bit's not gonna kill you. You know,
Yeah.
I still eat cookies and stuff like that. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
when you need to, because you need
Live
sugar.
your life, yeah.
Yeah, you need some sugar. But fuck, dude. Sriracha makes everything a little bit better, but I have a sriracha mayo. And that's what I have to be careful about because it's so good.
Yum.
It just defeats everything.
Yeah.
You know what else defeats everything?
Fucking whatever the fuck's in this cave?
Cavemen.
Yeah!
Yeah, you said you gotta dip you have something to do at 7?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. You guys want to get into it?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Let's get into it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut off the...
No. Cut him off. Let's go.
Fine, dude.
Cut you
I'm
off.
hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. I gotta go.
Same.
So sorry. The thing I'm doing at 7 is I have a buddy who's coming over to watch Rebel Moon. 'Cause he's never seen it,
Ooh,
and I was like,
I
"Well, if
still
you're gonna
haven't
watch it, you gotta watch it. We gotta get drunk, and you gotta make fun of it the whole way through." And he's like, I could do that."
Is it not good?
No, it's
well,
not
you,
good.
no. Shut up, Randy. Shut up, Dalton. I don't know. Maybe you should just watch it, and then we can talk about it next week. So
Deal.
go watch Rebel Moon.
I'll watch it.
Good.
All right.
I don't know how you could
ladies
do it
and
twice.
gentlemen.
Like, you're such a good
I'm
friend.
very curious. I'm very curious to see because
Or-
Oh, so it is good. Got it.
Or
Yes,
maybe
great.
you're gonna have a second. Like sometimes you watch something and your opinion changes ever so slightly. Watching it the second time.
The first time I watched it was a fantastic time with Evan, friend of the show, because we were able to predict we were trying to predict what was happening. This will be like, wait, shit, I've already seen this. Is this going to be like not fun for me or not? But we'll see. Because now I'm basing it off of I'm going to have fun seeing his reaction, which is I think his reaction is to be like, what the fuck is this? And I go, yeah. But we'll see. Anyways, Dalton, take us to a dreamland of adventure.
Make this larger. No, that don't work.
I don't know. But I can see it.
It's funny, I can't see it on my OBS. We just need a general idea.
Maybe. Hold on.
Yeah, I gotta mess with it. It was working so much better the other time.
Can you see it now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can see it. I just, for whatever reason, I can't see it on my OBS when I'm recording.
Oh, okay.
But that's my.
All right, so we are in this. Mother. Stop it. Whatever.
Yeah.
We're in this cave here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sorry, viewers. I will fix it next time.
So what were we doing last time, Bert? You and
me and we came up with a group name.
Did we?
The Broken Leaf.
Oh yeah, that's right, the Broken Leaf.
And I was like, I checked to see if there were any sort of, I don't know, indication that orcs would have been here. And it seems like no, nobody's been here for a long time. There's cobwebs everywhere. And I was like, all right, well, let's just fucking move on. But freaking, Liffstein is like, well, we gotta check this out. And I'm like, God damn it. I grab my sword, or my spear, and my shield, my helm, and I'm going inside. But I'm letting him take point, because, it's his fucking idea.
Alright, so you guys are walking in. Shit, I don't remember. It's dark in there, it's cold, it's damp.
Gross.
I don't think anybody had a light, right? Pretty sure no.
No, probably not. I mean, if you let me retcon it, we can get... Hey, maybe a torch would be good, but... Let's go into it dark.
So you guys are going dark.
Yeah.
And you said he's going first, right?
I wouldn't mind if he went first.
Alright. So he's going in. I'm gonna roll my... What am I rolling? Insight? Yeah. And I got a 6. That's great. He doesn't see shit.
Yeah.
I can't see anything. I'm trying to listen for... But it's quiet and dark.
I think that maybe we should consider this cave checked and moved on. Lipston, I don't think this place has been undisturbed for quite some time.
I'm just gonna say, yeah, he agrees. All right. I think.
But as I'm walking out, though, I want to make sure I'm gonna do like some sort of like listen or something where like that final like we're about to turn around and walk away. It's like that stop and like, oh shit, is there anything in here?
Will you roll for me?
Yeah, what do you want me to roll?
Investigation.
Sure.
Fucking up these holes I will fix this.
I got a 7.
So as Lifston turns out, you have this feeling that maybe we should have looked farther, deeper. Is there something watching me? And you just walk out.
Is there something watching? Okay. Cool.
And you left it unknown.
Unknown.
Alright, everyone. There's no orcs here. Time to move on. Broken Leaf. Hey-oh!
That's right.
That was not good. Randy, do you want to do anything? Everyone's just kind of gathered around.
So we stopped at
walking.
the one. We stopped at the one with the mouse that's over it right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I stopped at that one. And so,
Like you know, guys.
Seemingly, there's nothing here,
Liftston and Brumel, yeah, they checked it out. You know, they're saying there's nothing in yonder, so let's move yonder. let's move a little bit more up north, and we'll see where that other one is, the other cave.
Lifson says yes. I think the north is the best.
The best.
So we're walking. Any conversations you guys want to have?
Yeah, I want to go to Schlem the drunk.
Schlem the drunk.
Schlem.
Yeah.
Yes. I see. Here, I'm gonna offer him, like, I have
Probably some sort of flask of wine or container, right? It's not a lot. It's not like a bottle. It's just like a little...
something to whet your appetite.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. I must ask, though.
Because he had a giant warhammer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, large hammer.
Yeah. Where did you acquire such an item like this? Is this from your past adventures?
Adventures? It's from my past. I don't know about adventures.
Oh. Would you care to? Yeah, yes. And I kind of do one of these, drink more. Tell me, loose lips. Tell me your secrets, Schlem. Tell me your secrets. I see. Yes, but you've earned it. You paid. I'm gonna pull from Game of Thrones. You paid the iron price for this.
Hold on. I need dice. I got new dice. So I'm gonna use that dice.
Nice.
Yes.
Mystery bag. Where are you? There. Odds or evens? Odds or evens?
Evens, because I don't want to be at odds with this guy.
4. Yes. So wait, what'd you ask me again?
I asked him where he acquired such a warhammer. Tell me the story. Did he kill someone for it, or is it a family heirloom? How did he end in possession of this item?
It was my father's. It was handed down.
I see. Your father was a great warrior? It's like a question mark.
Yes. Yes, he was.
I see his blood still flows through your veins. I look forward to battling with you when we encounter these orcs, Schlem.
He just shrugs and keeps drinking and walks on.
Okay, well that's mine. Okay, well you can just keep that.
I wanna. Are Schlem and Brumil ahead of me or behind me?
It's just like I see him carrying.
Either we'll say they're ahead of you. I guess.
Okay, so I wanna gallop up to Brumil,
Insert gallop noises.
I wanna
now.
say, you're laying it on a little thick.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry.
And you North folk are just so strange to me. Why would you hide? I don't know. I just here you go. You know what? Radar, you're right. You should take lead on this next cave.
All right, bud. All right. Lifstein, how far are we?
We're at least a. Well, what time is it? It's probably like midday.
Okay.
We're at least half a day's ride out.
Half a day's ride.
Would you say it's that far from? Yeah, we'll say like half a day.
Half a day. Yeah. How about?
Should we camp for the night?
Oh, we still got. It's only midday. I mean, how about me and one of the guys? What are these guys' names?
Gerard, Jim with 2 M's.
Me and Jim
Billy
with
the Third.
Jim the Third with 2 M's. How about and Brady, we ride ahead and we just find a camping spot. We'll just ride ahead a little bit further, and try to clear out a spot. Just save us some time. Is that cool? And I'm gonna pat Brady on the shoulder.
He just like, what am I doing? Yeah,
Okay, all right.
let's do it.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Oh, okay.
I imagine he's like Mary riding the horse when they're leaving Rohan. Like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had 2 coconuts to hit together like Monty Python.
And then Lifton doesn't even. He just. I guess he's trotting. I don't know. Did you want to do anything? Was there, Randy?
I just want to say, how far ahead do we ride before we can find like a spot? Or how about this? I want to ride at least so we're a quarter day's ride from the spot, because then in my eyes that's like around, I don't know, like we rode ahead, or we're at our spot in like 3 hours or 2 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
Something more appropriate.
I say we like get just to. Where's the highlighter? Oh, this might be better actually. I'll say you guys ride.
Sure.
Like right before we start hitting the mountains.
Nice.
Okay.
And then I guess we could be, or Lifton and everybody else over here.
Okay. Well, I would say right where I'm gonna say Jim the third with 2 M's, Brady. I think this is a good spot. Let's just.
It's just Billy that there. Jem is just Jem with 2 M's.
That's true.
Let's just this is a good spot. Let's just let's hunker down, maybe clear out some brush, and we'll wait for the others, and we'll start a fire while we're waiting.
Okay. Smoke if you got him.
What do you got,
says.
buddy? Let's say what now?
Pack.
Are you still smoking my stuff? Yeah, okay.
He looks what, me?
Cutscene.
Alright. So who was left behind? I know you.
It was me. I think it was me, Lifstein, and
Schlem.
So I just want a quick moment to talk
Gerard.
And Gerard.
So we had
Butler.
Billy with 1 L and Jim with 2 M's come with us as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And Brady.
And Brody.
So, Lifton, tell me, do you know of any treasure? Rumors of treasure in these hills or in these parts? Any tales of great, I don't know, mysteries to be found? Folklore?
What kind of treasure?
At this point, I'm not quite sure. Anything. Any tales from your town that would be relevant?
Nothing I have heard of. I know there's a lot of orcs around.
What I feel.
But maybe they have some treasure.
Yes, perhaps the orcs have treasure.
Are you guys seeking treasure?
No, we're seeking to destroy these orcs for you. No problem.
But what was your purpose of coming this way?
Well, we are on a quest.
For treasure.
Potentially. But again, you sold your rights to that, so that's fine.
Can you roll for me?
Can you go back to the regular Zoom while we're not looking at the map?
Yeah.
And it's bigger for the audience.
what do you want me to roll?
What do I want you to roll? Fuck. Persuasion? Maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Is that a
I'm not really
question?
good at that. Yeah, it's a 4.
4. And sorry, what was the last thing you said?
I was like, yeah, don't worry about that. I was like, yeah, we're on a quest. Treasure might be involved, but don't worry, because, like, you know, we're gonna take these orcs for you, and you know, part of the arrangement was you're not gonna get any sort of the treasure that we get from the
So let me just get this straight. I am helping you with this quest, but I'm not getting any rewards from it. I think the least you could tell me is what this quest is actually about.
You know, Lifshin, that's a great question. When we get to camp, you sit down, Brody, you look him square in the eye, and you ask him to tell you everything he knows, and I'll be right by you.
Brody.
It's kind of like
He
said almost
just
like
grunts.
Bruno grunts as well.
Cutscene.
Yeah.
All right. I would say, have we successfully made a fire and cleared out a space for us to camp?
Yeah, you guys are all.
I want to, while we're waiting for the others, let's go see if we can catch us some dinner. Who comes with me?
Who is there? Jim, Billy, and Brody.
Yeah.
There's two. Who do you want to go with you?
Give me Brody and Billy with one L.
All right.
He's got a broadsword. All right, Billy, Brody, you got hunting duty with me. Jim, the third with two M's, just hold camp down, and we'll be back.
Okay.
I want to. I would assume it's a wander right now. But how about this? Can I pick up any trails around?
Roll for me.
Yeah.
What are you going to roll?
There's only one that's animal handling.
Yeah, probably, right? Let's do that.
What are
Oh,
you trying to
survival.
do?
Just
Survival.
pick up a trail.
Survival.
They picked up a trail.
They picked up our trail.
Oh, fucking 6.
Ooh.
Are you proficient in this, though?
Well,
Like a little-
I am a survivor. My
I'm
specialty
survivor.
is survival.
So you'll get +4 to the roll.
So that's a 10.
Yeah.
I will say that you see some, like, footprints of, like, I don't know, fuck it, we'll just say deer.
Something. I mean, technically, Aragorn caught a deer. Or killed a deer.
Do they have deer in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah. They got doorbells, too. That's surprising.
So I'll say you see a
In
couple
the Hobbit,
footprints.
yeah. It's in the first chapter.
You'll see a couple footprints, and then it just stops. But you're not sure what direction it goes to. One goes up the mountain, one goes kind of like the forest area.
I'm gonna say Brody or Billy with one L. Do you guys got a there's a fork here. The footprints either lead to the mountain or to the forest. One, I'm not sure which way to go. I mean, it's a little rusty at the moment, you know.
All right, I'm gonna pick odds, and I'm gonna roll as Brody.
Okay.
Odds. He says go left.
Okay.
Left. I should have elaborated more. Left was odds. Even was right.
Okay. So we're gonna go to the forest.
Yes.
Okay. While we're in the forest, I want to say, do I see anything that's out of place on like a trail that could lead us towards something?
Nope. It just looks quiet and undisturbed.
Brody, so what was your reasoning to go left? I'm just curious.
It's a forest. I thought maybe they would go more into the forest.
Billy, you got any say on this before we venture a little further or decide on what the hell we're doing?
I'm just here for the fun of it.
I'm just gonna look at Billy and just like I don't know what to say to that. God damn it.
But yeah, Billy has no. He's.
Oh, this is turned into a shit show real fast.
Do you want to roll again to see if?
Well, I want to. How about this? While we're out, can I see any plants that I can forage, some vegetables, something of sustenance while we're out? Because we went left into the forest.
Yeah, I'll say there's some. I don't know what would just be there.
Apples.
Berries,
Yeah.
roots,
All right, look. I don't want to look like a schmuck and not come back with nothing.
carrots,
Let's just gather as much
tomatoes.
berries and other edible plants that we can right now. And maybe we can make some vegetable stew or something. You know, I mean, it's just something. Can you
That
guys
sounds
do that with
yummy.
me? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's just collect as much as we can, and let's just head back, okay?
And I'm just gonna, for shits and giggles, as you're collecting, you hear.
I'm just gonna look at Brody. I'm gonna look at Brody and be like,
What?
I want to slowly put my hand towards his mouth. And I want to. Do I see anything while we're crouched down?
I'm gonna say yeah. You see like a little deer. It's not a big one, but it's there.
It's edible. This is a tough one.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna fucking. I don't really care because going out here without a bow and an arrow or anything. I want to use.
Wait, I think Brody has one.
Oh,
Pretty
does
sure.
Brody? Well,
He's an elf, yeah.
do you, Brody? Does Brody have one? I don't know. You're a guy with me,
I'm pretty sure he does.
because I have a dagger, a spearhead, a
'Cause-
hammer, and an axe and a
fuck's mine?
scimitar.
Because I was using a bow and arrow whenever we had that.
Nice.
Yep. We fought those other orcs.
Yeah.
Brody, I'm gonna whisper, Brody, here is a small fawn. Do it. Hang over there. I need you to use your elf senses and kill it with a bow and arrow.
Okay.
All right.
Where's my fucking? Sorry, I'm very unprepared today, like always. Am I ever prepared?
When is anyone ever truly prepared?
Okay, so what would you roll if he's trying to hit the deer?
If he's trying to shoot, he's gonna do like his dexterity,
Okay.
right? Because he's using his bow. And then if you treat it like attack, is if he's attacking like a person or like an enemy. But he's trying to shoot now, so it'd be like his attack plus whatever his bone modifiers are. I don't know. So if you see on his stats where it's like, what's his dexterity score?
13.
Oh. Yeah, so he's adding a +1 to his roll. Maybe a total like +3. He's probably proficient in it, so.
Just hit it.
Let's do it. Come on, baby.
Do it.
Daddy needs a new pair of.
He gets a 10.
Mm.
So, He hits it, but it runs away.
Dude, Brody.
I'm gonna look at him like, Brody, I thought
I
you
got
were
it.
an elf, dude. Like,
I got it. I was nervous. It's a lot of pressure.
hey, it's fine. Do you see the blood trail?
I could go look.
Yeah. No,
Can I stop whispering?
No. I'm gonna whisper and yell at you.
So he goes over to check, and he gets a 6. So I don't see any blood.
So you have more likely mortally wounded this poor little fawn deer thing, and you can't find its blood trail. And while we can't pick it up and put it out of its misery, it's gonna die a slow, cold death.
Vegetable soup it is.
All right. You know what? Like, I'm just gonna say, like, you know what? I mean, as fucked up as this is, let's just take what we got and head back. The others
Side
will probably
note.
be back by now.
Side note, above game, Red Dead Redemption 2, they don't always die if you try to hit the animals. So they're like crying and whining, and I'm like, I feel really bad. Pow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. You can see the trail like running around in like circles. Like, man, it's like a blood trail. I have no idea where it went, but it's dying somewhere. And then you go, yeah. I was just saying, we make our way back to camp. Are the others there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say they finally get there. Hungry.
We're gonna have vegetable stew.
I love vegetable soup.
Hope you guys are, yeah.
Listine.
Let's just
Lifston.
Yeah, let's just, Roddy, just help me work on it.
You bet.
Yeah. How was the rest of the journey?
I like motion with Lifstein to like, hey, come with me over to Brody for a second, bro.
Brody's just like do.
While I'm gonna just, I don't know why, but I want to pick up on just like, Brian, give me your notes. Give me your stuff. I just want to keep working, but I want to keep peering over at them while I'm preparing or cutting up or preparing this vegetable meal.
Brody, a successful hunt?
No. I shot it. But it ran away.
I was gonna be like,
sometimes you do.
Radal thinks it probably got injured. And it's gonna die. I agree. If we could go back and try to find it.
If anything, it's probably attracted some other sort of predators at this point. And don't think it's wise to leave the safety of the camp. But, sometimes you shoot and you miss,
he didn't miss.
Yeah, I guess you didn't. You hit, and yeah, I guess that's well said, Radal. Well said.
Yeah.
Speaking about well-saidness, I was just wondering if you wanted to just enlighten us a bit more on where it is we're going. I know we're working with Lifstein here and the orc problem, but just, once that's done and we're going to move on with our adventure, is there anything, you wanted to share with us about where we're going?
Will you roll
or
your
what's waiting for us when we get there?
investigation?
Or how hard it's going to be to get this treasure? Investigate? Yes.
Investigation.
That is a 13.
Ooh. Just 13.
Yep, just 13.
I mean, there's orcs hiding the treasure and guarding it, which is why I needed help. I can't kill orcs.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna kill some orcs with him. I guess it sounds like we're gonna kill some orcs with you.
We're gonna have a lot of fun with
killing
orcs.
time. Yeah. All right. And they're guarding what in particular? Just a pile of gold, some rare artifacts, books, pile of dung. What are we going after here, Brody?
A pile of dung. I've heard that it's shiny gold and silver. There's a couple chests.
All right.
There's potential for a lot.
Good.
Yes.
Exciting. Well,
He keeps doing things.
I want to glance over at JARdon because it's like, hey, this is like the first I feel like we've heard some of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of do that, like.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I know I said it was a stew. It's more like a light soup.
Yeah.
Soup is served.
I get out like a really, really old like traveling bread. Like this thing's like hard as a rock because it's meant for like traveling. Long distance. It's not like a nice soft loaf of bread. But as best I can, I'm like chunking parts of it off to like then dip into like to soften up it by using the soup, and I kind of like use it to like pass this loaf of bread around to like everyone that's like there sitting around the camp.
Thanks, Bruno.
Brody's gonna grab a piece and just like, thank you. Yum.
I just want to be like, this is.
How did I just Bruno's definitely thinking about how did I get here? How did my life get to this point?
I just kind of want to finish my my soup with my piece of loaf, kind of rather quickly. And like, I'm just gonna, guys, I'm gonna turn in. Wake me up when it's my time for watch. And then I'm just gonna go in the corner and just be like, I'm so fucking hungry. Sleep off.
Yep.
Listen, I'll take first watch.
All right.
And then Gerard, Jim with 2 M's, Billy the Third, and Schlim, the drunk, are all just in their own little corner, chatting.
Oh,
Nothing like inconspicuous. They're just they try to keep to themselves because obviously they were friends
yes.
prior, and so they're all very closed off.
That's fine. I don't need them to talk. I just need them to fight.
Yeah.
So
Brody's not doing anything particular. He just made his little bedroll.
Bruno does the same. It's just like, all right, well, tomorrow's another day.
All right. Well, that's probably where we'll end it.
He thinks back to that cave, though. He goes, man, if only, maybe we should have just kept going in.
Never know.
We'll never know.
Could have been something good in there.
we'll never know.
I'll never know.
I mean, you can go back to it.
I guess we could. I guess we could.
Dun, dun.
You got a topic to close it out?
I kind of have a topic.
Yeah, give it to us.
Would you guys... So I'm asking this because... well, let me back up. Would you buy a product from a company that is probably going to be bankrupt and go out of business? So backstory, and you guys know I like Microsoft Flight Simulator. Well, there's this dude who made these really nice like throttle and yoke things or whatever. So this guy made it, invented it or whatever, and then he went in business with a friend, I guess. And long story short, this friend who was going to do all the production fucked him over.
No
and
way.
Took his money and all this shit. And so the guy that's the creator of the flight stuff, he now can't pay like the people who were, was working for him. He had orders that people put in for other stuff that he can't fulfill, and he also can't refund because he has no money. And so he still has like some of the stuff on eBay and shit that I was thinking of buying, but I'm like, do I really want to buy it if this dude doesn't actually come back up front? And then later on, there's no like software updates for it. If something breaks, I can't fix it. Because it's not cheap. They're a couple $100, like $200-$300.
Sure.
So is this a physical toy or is it like a program?
Yeah, so it's like a flight. So it's this whole little thing, and it's got switches for lights, and it's like a yoke. You like turn and shit like this. It's a huge like simulator
controller. Yeah.
Oh, it's like a one of those race car simulator things.
Yeah, but for airplanes. And so my thing is like, do I buy one off of eBay thinking that like the dude's not going to make any more, or do I not buy it because I think the dude's not going to make any more? And like, so I guess my question is, would you buy something from a company that or not even from the company, but I mean a product from something that is going out of business?
This is a great question, and I think it really boils down to worst case scenario, you're willing to lose the money.
Yeah.
How much do you like it, and how much is it worth to you to say, fuck it, I really want this, and if it doesn't work, I'm out a few $100.
I like my simulator stuff.
Yeah. I mean, here's the other thing.
But I was
you're
just
paying
saying,
with
if
a
you're
credit card, you can always dispute the charge and get your money back somehow.
Yeah, but I mean that's
also
like,
dependent if something goes wrong with the said product.
Because I already have the throttle piece, and it's sick and it works. There's no issues.
I would view it as, okay, I'm getting it at a discount already, and yeah, I think if I really wanted it, I would just buy it.
Bless you,
Gesundheit. I would just buy it just because if they're not going to make it anymore, and I just really want this, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
Say, if you know that if you have other product of them that you've purchased and it works, then you're like, well, at least you have some sort of like quality bar. I guess the concern, is like there's no product support after that.
Yeah.
But I guess my question is this person like the premier person? Like, is the product really good or not? Because if it's not, or if it's like, oh yeah, whatever, then is it worth spending maybe a little bit more for something that actually is supported
right
longer?
Yeah.
Like if you get a deal on it, then sure, whatever. You just kind of buy that risk. But if it's still expensive and then you're having that risk, then it's like, well, why not just spend the money to then not have the risk? Like,
it's not really a discount. It's still normal price.
Guys going out of business and it's still normal price. That's odd. If it's on eBay, can't you make an offer on it?
No, that's the thing. So I'm gonna let it sit in my cart and see if the dude does it again. Like, hey, that's what I like to do.
Do you really?
Yeah. If I can't make a bid on it, I usually let it sit in my cart, and hopefully no one buys it. And
that's funny.
Sometimes people offer like small little discounts, and then I'll counter it and see. And
damn, I never thought about that. I should have done that. There's a couple of things that I think are cool. Would be cool presents. That's interesting.
But you do take that risk if there's a bunch of people watching it and it's like a high volume item, then you take the risk of it being gone.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But
can I? Sorry, sorry, Randy. You said something that I want to write it down so I don't forget. Keep talking about this though.
Oh, I'm.
Okay. So you said something about like, hey, you were looking at a couple items that'd be really. You're talking about like something that would be kind of a cool purchase, set it up somewhere, but it's not really like you're talking about just like I guess what are you talking about when you say that?
So
Because it sparked me with my head.
It's okay. I'll just follow through with the thought.
Yeah.
I saw some stuff that I wouldn't mind buying for like gifts, like for like Christmas or birthday. And unfortunately, some of the stuff pertains to my brother, and the full thought is like, well, yeah, I'd buy this, and I'd never get anything like this ever, like back. Like, so it's like, am I really I'm buying it because, yeah, you know, like he's still my brother. I love him. It'd be cool for him to have. I know he'd like it. But at the back end, it's like, I'm never going to get anything reciprocated. And I know I'm not supposed to think like that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I didn't get a Christmas present this year from him, and I bought him something. So, I can't even recall the last time I got a gift from that guy. But I always get him something like every year. I always get him something every year. Like, I just forget every year. I'm like, oh yeah, well, I'm just getting him a gift. He's part of the family.
Yeah.
But now, like, because I did see some stuff online or eBay specifically, I was like, yeah, it'd be cool. But like, it was so expensive. I'm like, I don't want to buy this. Like, I probably would have bought it if it was more affordable at the moment. But yeah, I look at gifts like on there. eBay's the way to go, man. I like to make offers.
I feel like Amazon's losing its charm as far as like super cheap things and the shipping. I've been finding myself going between eBay and Amazon.
eBay, it'll arrive sometime. It's like, I use eBay, man. That's it. Like, I'll ask Tony to order something off of Amazon for me every now and then, but it's usually in the form of like a supplement. Like, hey, I noticed this is a lot cheaper there. You just grab it. Okay.
Yeah, you just get it. Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it's not like it's coming next day or anything. So,
see, I do Amazon for all my dog stuff because I'll be like, oh shit, I'm out and I need this before he gets all cranky. Yeah. I was looking at two things that on eBay that have no value, but it'd be kind of like a cool thing to have and like showcase. And it was Indiana Jones replica props, and it was the Holy Grail cup, and then like the Holy Grail like journal like filled out. So I was like, oh man, I could like put these in like my like display case, and like people could come in and see it because I've been to a flex. It's not really whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. I've been to Lucas. I've been to Skywalker Ranch, and in George Lucas's house, right, his office thing, there's a display case, and in this display case is like all these original props, or I'm assuming original props. You have like Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, Darth Vader's lightsaber. You have the idol that Indiana Jones gets in the first movie, and it's like the Grail. And it's like, oh man, the Shakara stones, right? So like all these objects are like in his like main foyer, and it's super cool. So I looked on eBay. I was like, man, this looks really cool. It's not like super expensive, but it's not like cheap.
Yeah.
Do I really? And so there's just been this object that's been hanging in this like cart for like a month or so because I'm like, I'm gonna get drunk one of these days and just be like, fuck it, whatever, and buy it. But it's just weird how you find something that you like fixate on. Mm-hmm. You're like, this isn't actually anything. It's not a game. It's not like a thing that I'm going to use. It's not something. It's just this object that now is like just taken over my mind share. I think about it now, and I'm like, dude, that would be really cool. And it would just sit there. I'd get it. I'd put it in the case, and then I'd walk away. Right? Like, it's weird how there's just. Sorry, that's where when you said that, that's what triggered my brain.
I have a long list of save for later on my eBay and Amazon.
Yeah.
Bro.
Like, put it in my cart, and then I'm like, maybe later.
Would the new Indiana Jones game be better if it was third person and not first person?
I think it's going to be great either way.
I think it... Oh, I didn't think about that.
I
think you're absolutely right.
Yeah, because...
No, I'm sorry. I think you're absolutely right.
There was people, like, you know, I follow, like, Nerdtronic, and I was listening to them talk. They're like... You know, it would be nice if I could see Indy doing all these things versus I'm just seeing like hands and then you have to see cutscenes.
Is it only going to be first person?
I think so.
Ugh.
But maybe, who knows?
Sorry,
maybe
I didn't
there's
even think
an
about
option
that.
to switch it to third person because I've been playing so much third person view.
Yeah, me too.
Like I don't like going to first person view is only like for Halo. That's the only.
I don't think first person aged very well in like later gaming.
Well, how about
You know
this?
what I mean?
I use first person if I need to in PUBG. Like, it's in a house and I need to swap over really quick. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
fuck. But for the most part, everything's third person.
Yeah, I have a hard time playing games in first person.
Yeah, because
now.
also it's just like you do all this stuff to your character. I want to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like when the game swaps over to first person on World War Z, I was like, oh my god, I have like go through the whole menu process just to get it back. Like, this is gross. Like, I can't do this. I need to see what's around me. And I always using like the 360 camera view. Just I need to see what's around me. Who's looking at me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like you're more limited.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Did you ever play first person in Red Dead?
Like on accident.
Huh.
Like, dude, I'm always third person in Red Dead. Like, it's Red Dead's such a good game. Such a good game. And I bought it. I bought it for on the Microsoft, so I'm probably just download it for the PC. I can just easily stream it. But then but it's nice playing the remastered version on my TV downstairs because it's so good. Dude, I watched this thing where the guy found Bigfoot and he's just like talking. It's like, dude, like fucking Arthur gets like, I know this is like Arthur goes to like the swamp area and he runs into this guy who like rapes him. It's fucking nuts.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Talking about the house?
Yeah.
You going to the house
He's like,
and
I got food. Come on in.
Yeah.
Hungry? Clunk. And apparently you can go back to the house. It's like, oh, I'm done with you. No.
blow his head off.
Yeah, I did. Here's a funny one. I did find one of those ladies that was protesting for women's to vote. So I hog-tied her and had her get killed by a gator. Because I saw that on like the Joe Rogan they were talking about it. I was like, oh fuck, I'm playing the game, I'll do it. Dude, that's honestly one of the things I kept thinking about before I got the game. I'm like, man, why do I keep seeing all these little cutscenes from Red Dead and then you buy the game and then fuck, dude. Such a good story. Such a good story. Bert, you should
It's on my list for this year.
Yeah.
I played Red Dead.
Yeah. I wanted to buy
Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption, but it's like, man, $30 for 7 gigs. Oh man, I just paid $20 for 60. A 60 gig game. That was a tough one. Like, yeah.
Talking about the first one, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's so fun though.
But it is remastered though. It is. Yeah.
Hold on, hold your horses.
All right, gents, but I'm hungry
Yeah,
and I gotta urinate.
yeah. But I was told to hold my horses.
Look up CD keys. Actually, I'm gonna put it in Discord.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess I'll use my Discord. All right, JARdon the mess.
Discounts.
Mess.
Later.